If you're over 50, you've probably heard some version of this lie. Your best years are behind you. You feel it when they enter guys at work. Stop asking your opinion. You hear it in your Dr. Stone when he starts talking more. A boot managing decline, then building strength. You see it when the women who's looked your way walk past without a glance, and it pisses you off, but swallow it like you're supposed to. Here's the truth: you are not done. You're ageist finalized, because for the first time in your life, you've got the experience, the lessons, the scars, the insight, and most of all, you've run out of time to waste at this. Isn't a motivational speech, it's a call to arms. Not to fight the world. Buto, claim your final form, because world worships youth. Stoicism teaches something deeper. The older you get, the more unshakable you must become. So let's talk about what that looks like in action, not theory, not philosophy, in robes, real life. Wisdom for men who refuse to go quietly. Let's begin. 1. The power of stillness. Why older men hold real leverage. Young men run toward everything: money, women, validation, fast cars, louder voices. Social media likes its chaos disguised as ambition. But an older man, he learns the art of stillness is not passivity, it's controlled power. It's knowing that 90% of what most people chase doesn't matter, and the other 10% can't be bought. When you're still, you stop leaking energy ring to fix everyone, impress strangers, or be liked. You move from reaction to presence. Ever watch an older lion enthralled? He doesn't chase, he waits, because knows exactly when to strike and when to stay quiet. As a man over 50, you hold that same potential. You don't need to be loudest in the room, you just need to stand like someone who's seen death and didn't flinch. Stillness becomes your gravity, it draws people in. Women respect because people sense something deeper in you. A man who survives himself, unapologetic masculinity, left world call it intimidating. There comes a point in every man's life when he either shrinks to fit the modern world, or he becomes a mountain people learn to walk around. You don't house softness to anyone. You don't owe political correctness to people who haven't lived a day of your life. This culture wants older men to apologize for being masculine, for being direct, for having standards, for not bending. Tovery, emotional wave. But guess what? You're an apologetic energy. Your too much presence is exactly what a soul needs. You don't have to shout. You don't have to argue. You just have to exist without folding. Start taking up space again. Sit with your legs wide. Speak slowly and clearly. Hold eye contact until the other person breaks. You're not mean. You're not toxic. You're a masculine, and that is rare now, which means it's valuable. Don't bury your nature to make others feel safe. Stand tall. They'll adjust. 3. Reclaim and discipline. How the second half become a seer prime. They say men peak in their 30s. That's false. Most men peak whenever they decide to master themselves. Your 60s can be your prime, but only if you're turned to discipline. Discipline isn't about military routines, it's about dignity. Wake up and move your body. Eat like your future depends on it, because it does. Stop outsourcing your mental clarity to the news or cheap dopamine. Start every morning with stillness, a journal, a walk, a cold shower. Net because it's trendy, but because your time is now currency. Spend it wisely. Want vitality back. Train your body again. You want clarity. Stop consuming trash content and start building your cathedral of thought. The older you get, the more your actions equal. You're not just living, you're leaving. Bend a blueprint. Leave a strong one. For the woman question why you stop chasing and start attracting. You might notice something after 50. The chase gets old, the games get boring, you no longer want to impress, you want to be met. And here's the paradox: the moment you stop chasing women is the moment you start attracting, not the flaky kind, not the ones who want status or sugar daddies, but they're a woman who sees your quiet power and liaison. This only happens when you stop living on the outside. Women are drawn to self-contained men, men who don't need their approval, men who are whole. So stop trying to be younger, stop dressing like you're 25, own the gray wear. The wisdom speak from the chest, not the throat. There's nothing sexier than a man who walks like he's already enough. You're not invisible, you're just finished. A place where you choose what you see. 5. Legacy mode activated. Why it's tomato. Become the man they talk about when you're gone. This final chapter, it's not the end, it's the moment where everything counts. The conversations you have, the way you treat the young men around youth, example you set when you think nobody's watching. Most men live to be remembered by a paycheck, a title, or a card. But real legacy lives in the impact you made when no one asked you to. What did you teach? What did you tolerate? Who did you protect? Who did you become? Your legacy isn't a tombstone. It's how people change because they knew you. So start living as the man they'll quote at your funeral. Be the one whose name gets brought up when younger men ask, "Who showed you how to be a man?" Let the Ensabahu, you're not past your prime. You arraign the age of power, where your calm cuts deeper than chaos, where your presence is sheavier than any flex, but only if you're claiming. If you feel this in your bones, if this video reminded you of the strength you forgot you had, type, "I'm not done" in the comments. Let's light a fire under the older generation of men, because we don't need more noise. We need men who walk with purpose, speak with weight, and live with legacy. Subscribe if done being talked down to, and remember, this age doesn't weaken you, it sharpens you. Music.